Hello. We're here. It is Reaching Darkness. Thank you guys for being here again. Always a pleasure. We're gonna pick up again with the Sentinels of Light. You guys finally got to the place, but yeah, well, thank you for hanging out. It's been many years. You know the song and dance. Thanks, Brent, for being here for 1 year or 2 years. It's been great. Okay.
Heck
Anyways.
Yeah, Brent.
We got a shorter day today because we have plans, but we should be able to fit in a good amount here. I don't know how far we're going to be able to go, or how short it's going to be, or how long it's going to be, but we'll do stuff. So, hooray.
I totally forgot I had a speech!
Oh
well.
Get right and
Plenty of time.
Get that chat GPT
Those are
up.
the best.
Yeah, ChatGPT, go, please, help me!
Start prompting right now. Alright, so when we last left off, in their search for the guide Aku and the aid of the Order of the Gauntlet, the party had just managed to navigate the dangers of the House of the Man and the Crocodile. Finding the Black Pearl statue that housed the Chultan god, Belila, and hearing of his trial to prove their worthiness of his service, they talked to him for a little while, and he decided that he would come back later and let you guys decide amongst yourselves who would take the trial. But putting that aside, they focus their attention to the unconscious paladin they managed to save, Gregory. Unfortunately, his comrade Will was slain navigating the traps within the House of the Men and Crocodile, but you guys have managed to save the second paladin you've managed to encounter during your journey down the river. He informs the party that the surviving paladins are alive and at the Temple of the Snake, pointing out the location on the party's map weekly before falling back unconscious. And decided, since they couldn't bring him along with them because of his weakened state and because of the way that Ton's spell works, the party then leaves him 5 days of rations. And a bluntly written letter informing him to take shelter before leaving in cloud form towards the temple. On the way there, the party revels in the fact that their travel is much more expedited now, enjoying the heights, the views. Ton relishing in the fact that he is very smart, and he is to be thanked for his contribution. But this only lasts until they spot Toppled Dinosaur, and then smoke. Now, upon investigating the smoke, Bruno and Evelyn find the remains of many large silver apes, the bodies of several paladins chained to a tree, all marked as deserters, and a single man, still alive, screaming for help. Bruno quickly dashes to the party, informing them of the surviving Chultan man, and everybody else leaps into action, taking the minute to revert from cloud form to material form. In this time, though, the death fog appears. And with it, it brought the previously slain primates back into undeath, rising up to slay the last remaining survivor of this paladin. After many close calls and large flaming, four-armed primates leaping to murder the heck out of this surviving Chultan, hope seemed to be lost at many points, but with some quick thinking and much brave action from Urith and his friends, the Chultan man, they learned to be Kilik, then dubbed Kirig instead, was saved by a hair's breadth. And he promptly revered you all as spirits and gods who saved him from ultimate doom. Afterwards, traveled with them, guiding the party to this large kind of mossy rock covered in vines and foliage that seemed to plainly cover a cave within it. Within, they saw the Temple of the Snake, the large edifices, the large stonework, very ornate, elaborate. Within, you see there, it seemed to be tattered and thrown around a bunch. There were dead bodies inside, but within, deep within, there is a room with what seemed to be like a kind of rocky Zen garden and a stream of water bordering the room. Asking the party to then sing along with him, they obliged, some of them, to varying degrees in effect. He dubbed Ton to be the best singer to help him keep the melody, and asked the God King Crocodile God King Rogar to save his breath, for he was not worth the song was not worthy of his breath. But keeping the tune, Ton kept the tune, and he started to tap on the rocks, which started to make musical notes and sound. How the party would have come upon this way to open this door without him was pondered upon, but he just seemed to know. And he set up the tune, the door started to slide open, and you all started to hear the presence of many, many people. Walking through the precipice, you saw around 50 plus, just at a glance, remaining paladins on one side of the room, and you saw about a dozen or so Chultans on the all wary of you, all pointing their weapons at you. You guys stepped in, announcing your grand presence in a very, well, frustrated way by Evelyn. She announced all of your guys' presence as, well, saviors and spirits, and with some minor illusion help, you kind of disarm some of the people inside this temple by raising up the statue of Walila and promptly using your magics to go ooga chuck, and like make a kind of primal chant around yourselves. Succeeding against some and gaining a little bit more worried looks from others, you then are approached by Niles Brickbone, the now leader, commander of the Paladins of the Order of the Gauntlet on Troll. He demands you state your credentials. He wants you to prove who you are, why he should not be suspicious of you, but he's promptly then silenced by a woman coming from the Chultan camp. You immediately intuit that this is Aku, the woman guide, the best one on Chult that you guys have been searching for. She seems to almost want to slap him on the side of the head, but stops and whispers in his ear instead, pointing out that you guys have successfully navigated the dangers of the House of the Man Crocodile, and wanting to know the fates of the people who went, the paladins who also went to the House of the Man Crocodile, and intuiting that you are all people that can be trusted, at least for now. You go to his tent to speak to him privately. It seems that this camp is made up of two sides, the Chultans kind of taking one side of the room and the paladins taking up much of the rest of it. But all of them seem to be a little bit further away from the singular tent that is Niles' tent. What seems to be his horse stationed right behind the tent, backed up against the north. after talking to him for some time, he gathers some information from you. He asks about Camp Righteous, and you learn a little bit more about Tash Rathgard, the previous commander of the Order of the Gauntlet. He depicts the man as a living legend, a man that can move mountains, unequal to dragons, and much stronger than Rogar. But through all this, you kind of meet a troubled man, someone who shares a little bit of, who garners a little bit of empathy from Rogar. He also watched his master die before his eyes. He also felt powerless, and Rogar, sensing this, feeling this kind of understanding of his person, with the aid of Urith, convinces him that they should at least try to gain some redemption for him, for his men. And he seemingly agrees to at least offer his services in aiding you to defeat Tash Rathgard, to put his master to peace. However, before this, him and Aku shared some words. They seemed to have fought with one another. The tension seemed high between them. And she had walked away. We'll now pick up with Evelyn for now, as while Rogar and the others were having this talk with Tash, Aku walked back to the Chultan side of the camp, and Evelyn promptly followed.
Just to clarify, I followed because she seemed mad and we want her to stick with us because we need her.
Yeah, we need her. And
Yeah.
I was gonna tell her that, but then she's just like, no! And then she left. So, she's gonna help us find Yanti in the bush as a guide.
I thought Ton was supposed to do that. Ton.
Not really. Ton only kind of knows guide stuff. Guiding us.
I know all the stuff we need to know. However, it wouldn't hurt to have a backup.
He tried to clone us. Honestly, we should really punish him.
Yeah, we really should.
True.
But first, he
so
should let us teleport back home.
I run after her and I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not being stealthy. I'm just following.
Okay. You
Like,
just,
I kind of try to catch up.
You kind of start to like go behind, and you're just like, fuck, I can't. Like, yeah.
I just like run up to her. I'm like, man, tough crowd.
And then she's kind of like walking in front. And it doesn't take you guys too long to reach the far wall of the camp. You see, like, there's people that are, like, kind of start to, like, look at her, but they kind of, like, see her face, and then they just kind of, like, you know, give her some distance. And you say, tough girl. Well, it would be nice if they were a little bit tougher, yeah.
Tougher? They seem pretty tough on you.
No, they are just stressed.
And scared?
Been a long... Yes, they are stressed, scared. Any man put into a circumstance like this, it would only be a very small few who would come out of it.
Men, I tell ya. Not such a problem for us, right?
She kind of looks at you. Yeah, I suppose so. I wish they were. Well, and she's kind of like, you see, she's kind of still flustered a little. Kind of like her breathing. She kind of finds a little bit of humor in your words, and she kind of like her breathing kind of sits out.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna like help us, Or are you gonna let them make the dumb decisions they want to make?
I don't know. Niles is stubborn. But he is also... The trials he has faced here on Jolt has taken a toll on him. He's normally much kinder, much gentler. Witnessing what he has witnessed, I'm trying to give him some space, but he is being bullheaded.
Yeah, couldn't tell.
I want... If it's possible... She kind of looks at you. How old are you?
You know, old enough.
Kind of looks at the rest of you, like off in the distance as you're still talking to Niles. And she kind of like just takes that moment to like register and like think about this. Why are you here?
Yeah, just kind of right place, right time, I guess. Maybe wrong place, wrong time, really. Ugh. Traveling with a bunch of old men is like killing me, but
Well, you're lucky that they aren't that old yet.
old enough.
As they get older, and as they get more confident, the men and some women tend to get set in their ways.
I'll be honest, they've been pretty good to me. They, you know, I kind of just kept showing up, and they'd be like, "No, you can't come with us," and then I'd help a little bit, and now they just kind of accept me, and they're way nicer to me now, and they teach me things. Like, see these cool whips? I know how to use these with a blindfold on. Pretty talented. So that was cool.
Right. Yeah. Your words
good
are
to me.
strange, but she kind of like takes another look, and she kind of like, you can see her process, like you can see her like squint her eyes, and like I kind of like, while she's still looking at them, just, I'm inclined to believe.
They keep life interesting. We like save people and stuff, which is something I'm not really used to. And I don't know, they're kind of do-gooders. They're always trying to help somebody out in the Empire, or help somebody from their past, or save a village, or kill the evil thing. Like, I don't know. And I just kind of hang out and learn stuff.
She kind of smiles, and she like kind of comes down to your level, and it's just kind of like puts a hand on your shoulders. Yes, I understand. It's very obnoxious sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
She kind of like leans in a little bit closer. I think whether you notice it or not, I think they're having a little bit more of an influence on you than you think.
Shh, do not tell them that.
And then she kind of like also...
But
I didn't want it to get to their heads, would it?
No, should I tell you? Be awful. But really, we've really been looking for you since the beginning. There's this other guy that they said was maybe could help us as much as you get through the forest or the jungle, and he's pretty smart. Again, don't tell him I said that. But he does not seem to know anything about getting through the jungle. Like, he knows about the animals in the jungle and the trees in the jungle and like that kind of thing, but when it comes to like tracking something in the jungle or actually directionality in the jungle, it's not. It's been great.
I think I
And we were
understand.
told to find you.
When it comes to navigating the heart of Jol, it's more than knowing things.
I've seen stuff. This place is crazy.
Yes.
I saw fish walking around.
Yeah.
On land.
That I have not seen.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. They didn't see us, but we saw them, and then, like a little mushroom guy tried to take my dagger. Twice!
So you've met the spirits. And they shown themselves to you.
But yeah, a couple. He lived in this rock for a little minute, and they gave me a vial of something that gave me magic for a very short time.
Well,
That was weird.
often the little ones only appear in front of those who are very pure or very strange.
Yeah, probably the strange part.
And looking at you, I think maybe a little bit of both is at play here. But
Why would it want my dagger?
they are curious things. They like to learn about us. And, well, you might know this with yourself, but the best teacher is experience, no? But I understand what you mean by someone who knows but does not know.
I think he'll learn, but he's just a little young. I know I called them old, but he's kind of a little young in this experience part.
Yes.
Been helpful, but
When traveling, it takes more than knowing things. You have to intuit
he
things.
did
You
let
have
us
to feel.
travel through the trees, though, which was pretty cool. Like, we could walk through a tree and then pop out into another tree super far away. That was pretty cool.
Takes a moment to process this information.
Well, she makes an arcade check.
Yeah. Okay. And she's through the trees, like navigating
Like-
through some dense grouping.
No, like, he touches one tree. So, like, let's say that tree over there, I pointed at that tree. Let's say he touched that tree.
There are no trees in here.
And then there's no trees in here.
No.
Okay, pretend there was a tree over there,
Yeah.
and he touched it at some point in his life.
Yeah.
And then over here there was another tree. He like make a door happen for a few seconds, and then we all walk through that, and we pop out of that tree over there. It. I had to try not to puke the first time. It was weird.
Any tree?
Any tree that he touches, and that he can fit through. I mean, like he can fit through it.
You can see, like, with this information, you can. It's not the right one.
Starts fighting you, apparently.
Yeah.
Watch out.
It's like roll for initiative.
Yeah, like we're allowed to do that in this world, right? Like magic school. It's cool here.
And she kind of like takes it in, and she's just like, if that's true, then we're all safe.
Saved from that nerd over there.
It's just like all of you just kind of vaguely hear this. It's like you can get rid of that nerd over there.
I'm just sitting there like pouring chemicals back and forth with the stuff in my backpack. Like, who are you calling a nerd?
You just kind
Can't
of
hear him.
yeah. And she kind of looks
Why?
at he looks at
They're-
them. Your friends, they speak nobly, despite your strange appearance. They, as she like keeps looking at them, I think they will maybe get through to him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
But
I think so.
he refuses to leave until his master rests. But I know that if he were to face that man, he would die. And I don't want that.
Okay. No, I'm sure they don't either.
Can you... She like looks at you. Can you try to convince them to get him to come back with us through the tree to safe?
Is that the key? The tree?
You said that you can bring people through tree. Your friend can. I don't care if you have to. And she like kind of stopped for a second. She like, I don't care if you have to trick him. Get him through the
By
tree.
any means necessary? Yeah.
No.
Yes. If you do this, I will help you find whatever you need in the jungle. Get these men, get my people, as she like looks to both, back to the port.
Deal.
And she kind of like takes your hand and she's like, she like looks and she like kind of brings you closer, like just so that maybe you saw like some wary eyes and ears near and around you, because like, you know, it's hard to find private space, but like she brings it, she tries to make sure that you only do her. So. If any of these men are to make it out, if any are worth saving, it's that one. But she like looks towards Niles, as like you can see Niles is kind of like looking down, and he's like kind of, with your perception, you can see that he's distraught and he's kind of like shaking, he's crying.
Why is he so special?
Because he might think of his master as a legend, as someone who is pure. But I know. His light is the one that shines brighter than any other on this continent. It's like she's holding your hand still. These others, there are many good men among them still, even if they deem themselves cowards. But the only reason they have any hope is because of him. The only reason they're alive is because of him. And I think part of what made the Wrathguard so strong is because he had someone to protect that was worth protecting. And she lets go of your hand. And we'll say, at around this time, both of you are done talking. Kind of, and Aku kind of, I will attend to Kirik. Go talk to your friends.
Okay.
And
We fucking got this.
as like you guys kind of had at this point, like you kind of, the rest of you, kind of, except for Rogar, meet up with Evelyn. Aku kind of walks away.
All right.
We got a plan.
I'm going to do a speech, and we're going to get these guys. All right, I'm ready. Anybody got a beer, please?
What are you gonna tell them?
Greg Zed holds up the alchemy jug.
Yes.
I hold up this thing of glue.
Well, our plan is we're going to get all of them.
I put it away.
We're going to get them to
take
fight
out,
first.
I take out the welcome nut and get ready for the speech.
And we're going to kick this guy's ass. I am so ready to kick this
Eku
guy's ass.
says we should just tree transport everybody back to port.
What?
Yeah. She says Tawn is the key to saving everybody's lives here. If we could just convince them to hop through a tree, we just get them back to port. And then she'll help us find whatever we need in this jungle.
That's going to be, I think, much harder to convince them.
I still think you could do a fantastic speech. She also said by whatever means necessary, so we could just fuck these guys up a little bit and just like throw them through the tree.
To be honest, I think physically pushing him through the tree would be a more ego-saving course of action than him walking through willingly. But where's Rogar?
He's like 30 feet away.
Okay, and what is he doing exactly?
He's just like watching the. Rogar, make a perception check, really.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
We always know Rogar is good at perception checks.
3. You're just kind of like he's kind of glazed over. He's just watching like through the tent. You hear the muffled sobs of
Rogar is lost in thought.
Right. Alright, well, we need a coup.
Mm-hmm.
She says that for her to come with us, they have to be saved. I speak in hushed tones.
She specifically wants the one that's crying over there, that Niles guy saved. Specifically. But yes.
And the rest of
That
them, they can fight?
She just said she didn't say. I didn't push on the fighting thing. She just kind of said, like that Tawn of all people was going to be the savior in this situation and be able to save everybody. No offense, Tawn.
That makes sense. Can I just say, we found the guide that we've been looking for all this time, and she said that I'm the important one. Seems like everyone owes me an apology.
Alright, well...
That's your interpretation of the situation.
Yeah.
Alright, so the tricky thing is, and I kind of bring everyone in, Niall will not go willingly. When she says we have to trick him, we have to trick him.
Can we persuade him? No?
Probably not.
With violence?
Was there any trees in this area whatsoever, or are they all past the door?
They're all outside. There are no trees in.
Thick.
There's like dirt.
You can't make a
and
tree.
Grass, and then there's like, you notice the walls are very ornate. Like there's almost these like kind of large gold scales that kind of go throughout the entirety of like the west and east wall, and then you see there's this like kind of brilliant emerald ceiling that almost also similarly scaled, and it kind of almost is like the belly of a snake. And there are vines kind of that go up and around the walls and ceiling, but there are no trees. There's no large foliage. You notice that they took whatever was close by and they cut that down and like hacked that into pieces to make the barricades that they have that are very shoddily made, and whatever beds that they could make, because it seems that when they routed from Camp Righteous, not many of them had any of their stuff. It's like Niles is the only one with the tent.
And none of these vines are thick enough for a person to walk through. Normal vines. Alright, anybody have any ideas?
Well, we could go out of the cave with him in trying to convince him that we're doing what he wants to do, and then just shove him in the nearest tree.
Yeah.
But the problem is it would have to be a pretty big tree, because we're going to have to go through it too.
No, we wouldn't.
Just him?
Just him. We stay, and we fight this man behemoth thing. So, I'm gonna do a speech. But we're gonna hopefully bring all the men and the others outside. And I'll have him stand beside me as a symbol of authority. Right? Rogar needs to be in on this. Yeah, somebody's good at pushing. It's him. So, and let's get Rogai in on this before we make our final decision about the rest. Evie, do you wanna get him?
He's just over there. I take a rock and I throw it at him.
Hey! What the fuck?
Come here.
Wait. Can I take back what I just said? I know it's... Can I roll a perception check to see if I even noticed the rock?
He does have armor on, so I could just like... Bong.
Yeah, sure.
Doing it. I got 3!
Yeah, sure. Alright, reserve the A. Just like, bing! And like everybody watches it, they hear it, like, and then Rogar's just like still looking, just like glaze.
You're
Like,
gonna need to take a rock for that. So.
Hey, Rogar.
What?
You seem lost in thought, which I realize is a redundant statement for you, but what's going on?
Well, that was one way of getting his attention.
What is the plan? Not from Con. I don't trust any Con. Okay, I'm coming over.
Okay. Well, alright, Rogar. I'm in a little bit of a conundrum here. So, Aku, to come with us, requires that we send Niall back to safety.
Absolutely not.
Well, but
I don't. This wasn't a question, Rogar.
I didn't.
I have been in the
We don't
exact
need to tell us.
I have been in the exact same position as this man. I would not take away his opportunity for clearing his own mind and his own conscience. Absolutely not.
Well, then we need to. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck. Alright. You made it more complicated, you stupid bitch. God damn it. What do the rest of you think?
If you wish to try and find a way to get him through the tree, go for it, but I will not be part of it.
I'm partial to giving them the option.
He is the one man that brings light and hope to these people. He shines brighter than anybody else
Evelyn,
here.
you should leave the speeches to me and Eurith. Not.
I'm just repeating exactly what Aku told me.
You kind of just hear off to the side, he's like, Iku is blind.
Shit.
She doesn't know what she's talking about anymore. She's let us here. To our doom. And she's like, you see like a large Shulton man, like a very large Shulton man, kind of like, wait, give me a second. He's just kind of like his early 30s, sturdy build. You see he's got like a weathered appearance. It looks like he's been through a lot. He's got dark tan skin, closely cropped black hair. And then you see these brown eyes that look at you with this kind of like, what do you call it? Resilience and resistant, if that makes sense. I don't know what you came here for, but if it's for her, you've come to find a blind woman. And that man, that is a coward. Shines bright, yes. The only thing that's shining bright is his torch in the night as he runs away.
Who are you?
I am Kavi. And I am not a believer of you, God King. He just kind of like goes back to what he was doing. He's just like, he doesn't move. He was just literally just sitting like, 30 feet away from you. And then like listening to the outburst, like he just...
Well, nobody asked you anyways.
Alright, well... Listen, morally, I'm actually on Rogar's side. Practically, I'm on Evelyn's side. You two, what do you think? Ton, Bruno.
So, I think we should take the practical option.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Which is what?
That would be.
We need to get this guy out of here.
I can make it make sense, narratively. We could offer the men their chance of redemption, and also ensure Aku helps us in our journey. Bruno, what do you think?
I mean, it makes more sense just to get them out of here, right? Like,
And should I give them the option, or should I insist?
I feel like if you give them the option, they're just gonna go for the fight. Unless you're real convincing.
I mean, isn't that it is their choice, isn't it?
You mean just
I
like
will-
it's the other dude's choice? That you're going to just forcefully make leave this place?
Does feel bad.
He
Yes,
wants
he-
vengeance. Give him his vengeance.
Can it just be him? That comes with us to fight?
I think I look at Evelyn. It is just him that needs to be saved.
That was the impression I got.
Is an impression you got.
Well, this guide is tricky. How about we just
Well, we could trick Aku.
listen? How the fuck does Aku get out of here? If we don't let her through the tree, she's with us, regardless if she wants to or not.
She wants to be with us. She said that if we saved them, she would show us whatever we wanted in the jungle.
If we save them, it could also be restated as forcing them to go home without redeeming themselves.
But we could trick her somehow into thinking that we saved them, but we didn't. And she shows us what we need. Just saying. I'm sure there's a way. If we keep Niall alive, and he gets vengeance, and then we send him home, that's still honoring the deal.
We could, if we can assure he'll live, which is
Well, Ton, don't you have some sort of way of, like, making people stay alive a little bit, or come
Yeah,
back to
fine.
life?
solve all the
Yeah,
problems.
I
Do it.
don't right now, but I can.
Ta-da!
Like tomorrow, you're saying?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
Well,
I might be missing the ingredients.
Come on, Ton. She said you're the savior here.
Hang on, I gotta check my bag. God.
Quick reminder that the death curse is still active, and death is permanent.
oh, that's what you were doing. No revive.
Oh.
Yeah. It would be a big
There's
thing
other
that's
ways.
in your mind.
We could polymorph him. There's like ways of protecting him.
Well, and, like, what... Well, I mean, what's his definition of revenge? Like, if we trap the guy and bring the guy back to port for him to kill? Like, I don't know. Maybe there's a way to, like, get revenge in a safer way?
Well,
Just
we need a
thinking
way-
creatively here.
We need a way to protect him. Any ideas? Rogo, you're not too bad at protecting, but it's not perfect.
No, it's not.
I don't know if we can rely on him on being tactful. I think he goes for blood.
I don't understand. Like, he's crying over there. Why are we assuming he's some brave... Everybody calls him a coward. Why are we assuming that he's gonna
think that's
run into
exactly
battle and
the
get
point.
himself killed.
I think the perception is he is a coward, and he is desperately looking to right that, to change it. So, I don't suspect he will stay back if I would put my money on it. We can convince him. No, oh, we can trick him. Alright, any ideas? Production ideas?
I mean,
Ton, how many
Yeah.
times? Go ahead.
does he have any capability of fighting at the range? Can he just...
Well,
They-
this guy has a horse that's super fast and range be fuck all right.
Well, yeah, maybe I can keep him there.
Maybe.
We can just prepare a bunch of spells to make sure he doesn't die.
I could
Make him
give him the
stronger,
spell.
faster.
Yeah, I could give him the spell guard shield to use.
We could put it up to fate. We could focus all our energy on protecting him. And if we do, Echo comes with us.
Yeah, so I have a solution, but it might be a bit cruel.
Uh-oh.
I do have this glue.
Fucking go ahead.
I don't. Yeah, I feel like he might be the kind of guy who would just cut off his hand if it was glued down. Type
I
thing,
mean, is that
so-
any different than just forcing him through the tree and sending him
At
back
that
to
point,
port?
we might as well
Yeah, I
just
guess
kick
so.
him through.
Look, I really
Alright.
need to use
There's
this. Okay.
no possibility that he could be killed by this person. If that person thinks he's already dead,
What if we trick the flying dude into Bruno's glue? And
It
then he's
takes
stuck.
a minute.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right.
Or
I've
I
made
would
my
have used
decision.
it.
I say we give them the choice. And hopefully we protect him. And if we protect him, hopefully Echo will come with us. And
But when you give him
that's-
the choice, you strongly suggest the option that would just be better.
Yeah, we'll see.
Bro, come on, Eurus, come on.
What? Yeah, probably, yeah.
Not
Yeah, probably would do that, yeah.
pump up his ego a little bit, make him feel like, man, you know,
Going to pump up
fucking
his ego by
awesome.
telling him to run away again?
no, but that's what you gotta do it like tactfully. Like, dude, you're fucking awesome, and I already know you could beat this guy. Like, you just
He
go
doesn't think
home.
he can beat this guy. That's not what he's saying.
Oh,
He's
if
never
we-
said that.
I get it, but like, maybe if other people believe in him.
We could
Like, if
kid
I
try
tell
to...
you, Rogar, that you can't fucking kill somebody, you're just instantly gonna be like, yes, I can, and you're gonna fight me, and then you're gonna go try and do it. So,
I don't
Well-
think he's me, though.
no, but I'm saying if you tell him he can't do something, we try to convince him to do the thing that would be easiest for all of us, he's probably not gonna wanna.
We can frame it heroically in both ways. We're sending them back to Port Nianzaru. That city needs protecting, as we've seen before when it got assaulted and we were there. There's a heroic story in either decision for them.
Yeah.
I'll give it to them both. All right, ready? We're not going to trick him. We're going to convince him. Hopefully, give him the choice.
It's like the most boring option.
You guys actually, as you start to wind down, you hear this. You hear the clank of armor and heavy footsteps come towards you all from across the room. You kind
I
of
look.
see. Let me see. You look and you see. I have. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, there you are. You see what looks to be this grizzled man. He's in his mid to late 30s. Weathered features, kind of these piercing blue eyes, with a ragged beard and unkempt dark hair. He's about average height, and his armor is beat up, damaged. But notably, He has pristine and polished armor in some places, especially where his emblem is. And it's battered and worn and tarnished in many others. And he kind of just addresses you all as he walks up. Alright, you lot. So, you been here for a while? You talked to the sobbing crybaby? So, the fuck are you on about?
Now's as good a time as any. Right, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna get us out of here?
We have the ability to. I kind of walk away from him slightly, and then walk in an area in which I think I can get the attention of the group.
And he just like kind of starts to address you more. He's like, "Hey, you're not done talking here. Where the fuck do you think you're going?"
Okay, and I am there.
And you just keep going. And like he kind of starts to like put his hand on you.
I phase underground.
You phase underground.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "The fuck?" As you see, he like takes out his weapon. He like looks for you. And he's like,
I step up to him and I go, I would put that away right now.
and he just kind of looks at you. And he's like, "Oh yeah? You were coming in here. You're gonna tell us what to do?"
Grab him.
As like
Grab him and pick him up.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. As you hear all the other paladins like start to get up, and you see some of them are taking up their weapons.
32.
32.
Can you remind me
like,
the name of it? Can you remind me the name of the paladin group?
The Order of the Gauntlet.
Okay.
As like you see
and as
this
this
guy's
happens-
getting lifted up, and he's just. You see all of them, like many of them are like kind of looking. Some of them are just like they don't care. Like you see, there's this woman that you assume to be a healer of some kind. She is, you see many of the men like around, like start to take up weapons, but you see this kind of freckled,
Rogar, put
fair-skinned
him
woman,
down, please.
and you see she's trying to get people to like calm down too, and like, but many of them are very tense at the moment.
We are strangers here, Order of the Gauntlet. But I ask at least your ear for a moment, and then we will take our leave. With you by our side, or not. I take out my sword. I put it down at my hip. What gives me the right to talk? What gives my friends the right to be here?
Really quick, does
We've proven ourselves.
Rogar, do you put down the guy?
I kind of give him a little bit of a toss as I do it, but yeah.
Okay. Make an intimidation check with your strength modifier.
Yeah, okay.
So just if you're proficient in it, add that, and then add your strength. So just roll the d20, add your proficiency if you're proficient, and then add your strength modifier.
That's that. Sorry. That's 17 plus 8.
17
So
plus
25.
8. Okay, so you see he's like kind of like starting, like he stumbles back a little bit. He kind of like, sits, like he ends up almost falling on his ass, but he kind of rights himself and he's just like watching you guys talk. He's kind of still tense, but
We, like you, and I take my sword, are men of the blade. We stand in the gate between what might harm the people we care about. And so far, I look at my friends. We have been very fucking successful. But here is a choice that I've had once in my past, that this time is for you all to make. There's an adversary, I'm sure, that has plagued your minds and your dreams. One that has some of you cowering in fear and some of you shaking with anger. It's your choice. As I look at my blade again. Are you a man of the blade? Will you grip your weapon in hand and walk valiantly forward? Or will you go home? Both choices make sense. Your kids are there. I look at the big man. Maybe your wife. Your mothers. They'd be fucking pissed at me. Guaranteed. One thing that me and my friends will have in a land far away is stories that will persist through time. Our heroics will be known to children and their children and their children. And this is your choice. Take my sword, I look at it again. This time it ignites with flame. I'm gonna look at that big strong fucker in the eyes, and I'm gonna fucking stab this fiery sword through his throat. Any of you that want to come with me, you're welcome. All of you, take out your blades, look at them. Decide for yourselves. What is your purpose? My friend here, I walk over and I kind of grab Tom. Scrawny fucker. But he's smart. And with some impressive casting abilities, he can save all of you. Today. Right now. You can be back to Port Naranzaru with your wives, your kids. Or you can look at your sword and you can grip it. And hopefully, like us, you'll be written into books. And you'll be talked about by children and their children. In a sense, you will become gods. I fight, and so do my friends. Those of you that are with us, stand up now. We ready for battle. I just raise my sword in the air.
Go ahead.
Start drumming the base of my halberd. I start drumming the base of my halberd into the ground.
I go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay. Performance, not my best. Let's luck that. How much luck have I used today?
I think you used some.
I used one. That's my second.
There you go.
Okay. That was 10. I'll do one more luck. Okay. I take the 10. That's all my luck gone, so I have to.
It's like, and you see the hands up. You see a lot of them, like, you know, put away their weapon. Many of them, they've been a little bit disarmed. Some of them still like hold their, like, still like kind of stand up, and they're kind of like, they kind of seem ready. You know, like not like aggressive, but like alert.
Can I go up to one of the men that put their weapon away?
Yeah, but as you go to walk over, you hear this clapping, like, as you see the man who confronted you is clapping. He's put his sword into the ground, and he's just kind of like, all right, very nice. Looks like you've got a mouth on you.
Thank you.
You know who else has a mouth on him? That fucking baby in there! And the fucking dragonborn with a god complex who got us all in this mess! You think we haven't heard that shit before?
Well, listen.
You think
maybe
we
unknown
haven't
to you.
gotten shit on for believing?
I hear you, big guy. And I go down to one of the men that was approaching that put his sword away. Some men aren't fighters. That's nothing to be ashamed of. The cobbler builds things that don't. The smith built me my fucking sword so I can stab it through people's throats. But if you're talking about your leader, he's with me. No, actually, he was the one who initiated this. Vengeance is on his mind more than it is mine, and trust me, I want nothing more than to watch that man's life leave his eyes. You all have the opportunity to prove yourself, and so does he. Do not judge him until he has that opportunity. And do not judge this man. I point at the man on the ground. We all have our place. Is your mother pathetic for not fighting with a sword or a shield? Is the cobbler pathetic? No. But if your purpose is of the blade, then let us go. And stand by your leader. Give him the chance to become the man he could be. I let the flame go and sheath my sword. Those of you that want to go home, follow my scrawny nerd friend. He's really smart. He'll help you out.
Yeah.
You can find honor in some other way. I promise. As I look at the man on the ground.
Oh, man. Okay. The one who's yelling at you, right? Or the one that... Which one is the man on the ground that you in your head?
Say again?
Which one? Never mind. Doesn't super matter. Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion, okay.
Or maybe no, another performance check. Sorry.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
Ooh, not bad though. 17.
Not bad. 17. Okay. And as you get this performance, you've kind of talked. The guy who's been, ornery. The guy who's been yelling. He's. No, you can't expect us to go through this shit again. You just got here. You don't know what we've been through. You don't have any sway over us. Alright?
Good question.
You haven't...
Who made you leader?
I'm sorry?
Who made you the leader? Answer the fucking question.
Look,
Because if you don't make it clear real quick, I'm going to put your ass on the ground. And now shut up and sit down.
Down. Okay.
If you wish to go home, go home.
Oh yeah, alright, yeah, see. Another dragonborn who thinks he can
Grab him
strong
by the
arm
scruff
his
of the
way
neck again.
through the jaw. He's like, he doesn't resist, he just licks down at you. And
Pond, open the tree.
there's no tree in here.
Pond, open the tree. I'm start calling him outside then.
As you like...
Alright. I
As you-
support what you're doing emotionally, but I can only cast the spell once.
Roga.
We're not doing it for just this guy.
As you
But I
guys
support what you're doing.
hear...
I try to walk in front of Rogar, dragging him.
As you guys kind of stop, there's this moment, you guys meet eyes, and you hear this... No! They don't know what you've been through. As you see, like, the tent flap open. And you see, like, red eyes, kind of like flushed face. You see Niles, his kind of, like, messy, like, blonde hair, his scraggly beard at this point. They don't know what you've been through. But I have. I know what we all feel at this moment. Hope. And the fear to believe in another glimmer of hope again. We thought we could come into this jungle. We thought we could save the world. We had a beacon We had the Wrath God. I know you all feel it too. I know. You all know that the world is darker without him. He was the only thing that gave me purpose in this order, on this earth. And we let him down. We ran away. I ran. I called the retreat, and you followed. And you've all regretted it ever since. We've sat in here and groveled like worms in the dirt. Like we are. Like the worms that we are. I'll never forgive myself for leaving him. But you all know. You all know that man, as he points out the door, deserves more than this. He deserves more to be a hollow shell of himself. His powers being used for malice, for evil. No. He should not be a symbol of terror for those who walk at the outside. That man died and must stay. A symbol for peace, for hope and good in the world. For all that he's done for me. For all that he's done for all of you. We need to pay him back. As he takes out his sword, and he just like looks at you, Yurith. He looks at you, Rogar.
I hold the guy with the one hand and I hold my halberd with the other.
I will follow you into hell, brother. And the rest of you, it's your choice. But
You
for
remember
me,
what I said that day? The gauntlet lost its grasp on this expedition, but it will seize another day. And that day is today! As he like puts up his sword and you see it starts to glow, he incants a small spell.
hey,
For the gauntlet! As like...
for the gauntlet!
As you see,
I
there's
make my
still...
sword into a bigger sword.
As you see many others start to like, "Ugh! Ugh!" And you see many are clapping, ranged, smiling. Go ahead and make some perception checks.
Okay, and
All of us?
Yeah.
And as I do this, I whisper to Evelyn, oh well, we're gonna have to tell her that we will protect him. And show her that, please, you seem to have some rapport with her. And show her we will keep him safe. That is our objective. Alright?
I'm holding the guy still and I go, Yurith, am I getting rid of the dissenter still?
What? No. Put him down. He's
That
with us.
kind of...
Put him down. Put him down. Rogar, put the... Well, you can do it quicker. Rogar, please.
He kind of like...
Come on.
He like takes his hand off of you, off of himself. He takes your hand off of him, and he's. Fuck
I kind
you.
of dust him off, like...
Just fuck you. It's just like he just like kind of
Channel.
walks away.
Oh,
Picks up
That
his
man's going to
sword.
be trouble later.
maybe. Or hopefully he can just channel his anger into this bitch.
You see the
okay.
Chalton man that
My
that
perception
kind
would-
of heckled you guys earlier, he's kind of like laughing at that man. And then, those of you,
17.
17. So 17, Evelyn, Yurth and Evelyn, you both notice Aku just kind of like flat-faced a little bit, and she's kind of, you see this complex look on her face. She's like, but you see there's like a slight grin to her, but she's like clapping too.
Give her a thumbs up.
But amongst, she kind of like looks at you and then looks back to Niles, and then you actually see the rest of the Chultan, like they're kind of like talking amongst each other. They're not actually cheering. The only ones who are cheering are the ones on the Paladin side. But you see they're kind of like nodding, and they're just kind of like talking amongst each other.
Ton, if you want,
Everything
you can lead
kind
them.
of subsides.
We should save what can be saved. And battle ready what needs to be battle readied.
Yeah.
You see the freckled blonde hair woman that seems to be. You see this woman. She seems to be the healer. She was in these very ornate, this very ornate set of plate armor, and she's like one of the only people that are still in her armor, like that have plate on. Many of them have their leathers and chainmail and everything. Like the only one who's still in full plate is basically Brogar and her. She walks up to Niles. You see he gives her orders, and you see she starts giving other people orders. And you see he does this for a couple of them. But it doesn't take too long until he's back to you all. And it's like, well, I think this is a little late, but he puts his hand out to like in between you and Rogar, Yurith.
In between?
Yeah. Like he puts his hand out for like a handshake, like equidistant.
The dreaded triple handshake.
I look at Ton, I'm like, he doesn't know who the leader is.
I grasp his hand with both hands.
He grabs.
I mean, the
he
party
grabs,
is called Earth and Friends.
He grabs your other hand. It's like he looks to you, Rogar, and he's like, "My name is Niles Breakbone. I am the de facto commander of the Order of the Gauntlet, and I will do what is in my power to aid you all in ridding the evils from this peninsula."
Good. That was quite the speech you made back there.
Niles,
You're
you're going to play a special part. We're going to help you.
I am terrified.
But that's probably healthy, friend. Don't pretend like any heroes are devoid of fear, right?
Big eye roll in the back from Evelyn.
But we need you alive in the fight. You, although a source of controversy, if defeated in battle, would have an effect on the men. We're going to keep you alive. We're going to strengthen you. But you can go ham on that fucker. Just know.
I
we got your back.
have some notes. Fantastic speech. I think it could use a little bit of work here and there. I have some bullet points. We could discuss it later, but
So another
He's like-
Ton, huh?
Yeah, I'm looking at Ton, looking at him. Are you related to this guy?
Yeah.
Now Tash had a couple of tricks he would do when he was about to drum himself up for a speech, you see. He wouldn't be so bold as you have been to come in here and speech right away. He would talk to the men, get a feel for the temperatures on both the sides. You see how the Chultans haven't really taken to you yet? See, he would have talked to them first as well. Well, he would have talked to the Paladins first because they're the ones in charge, and then he would talk to the
Right.
Chultans. But a little bit, distant
All right,
away.
well,
he would
friends.
have one of
Well,
his...
And
you know,
after the battle, how about
I
this?
see you
After the
sent
battle?
your squire
Well,
here as like
all
he
right.
points to
No.
Evelyn. It's like
Not
to
my
talk
squire.
to Ku, yeah. And
well,
Who's
to
that?
gather info.
Are you calling us?
Whoa.
All right.
She walks right up.
As you
I
know,
am not a squire.
She is not my squire.
but
She
women,
is definitely my
Not
squire as I
anybody's
grab her
squire.
and pick her up.
as women
Rogar?
seem to. I thought it was a smart play that you pulled on me because women are more affectionate towards children.
What
But-
the fuck is happening right now?
But next time, I'm sure, you'll put these notes to good use. I'll give you a list
Sure.
later.
Thank you so very much. You're just a pleasure, and I will take that to mind. Thank you. But let's put this fucking plan into action.
Yes, what did you all have in mind? Because if
Well-
I'm being perfectly honest, I've got nothing.
We have,
Tash was the planner, I was the diplomat.
Sure. We have two ways of doing this. First, we send all the people who don't want to fight, and I look at mostly the Choltons and some of the Paladins, home. And the rest of the men, we will hopefully hatch a plan. Rogar, you had a plan. You spoke to me of. Go ahead.
The dude flies, right? Or his horse flies, apparently.
Yes, Erinwin is
So
Dark Pegasus.
it requires a bit of work. But if we could set it up right, I could knock him from the sky. Hopefully, him and his horse both take the majority of their damage.
And how would you do that?
I have skills.
And the
Particular set of
dragon.
skills. And the dragon. Well, wyvern.
I was
Which is a
about to
dragon.
say, it's a small dragon.
Nah, not a big one. Sorry.
Yeah,
That would be
splitting
cool, though.
hairs.
That would be cool.
Well, in order to do that, you'd probably have to get close to him. And if he's onto you, you might not let it happen.
That is true. What's the likelihood that he's going to be onto us?
Well, he was never the most clever. He does have his battle prowess. But if we, kind of like, he has some trepidation at the thoughts that he's having, but he kind of, like, resolves himself a little bit. If we, sly about it, you might be able to catch him unawares. You could try to fake your intentions. Now, he was the type that it wouldn't matter what the enemy's intentions were, he could just barrel through them without a second thought. Spells. The gaze of a Gorgon, anything. He would just brush it off. And as he grew in strength, he was able to single-handedly take on one of those large lizards. If that makes sense. So things like, as he points, like kind of puts his hand towards you, a large lizard coming straight at him, I feel like you'd have to
No, my
have
hope
a
would
lot of
be
confidence.
coming to. My hope would is that he would be coming to me.
Kind of looks down. Then you'd have to have me with you.
What is... Go ahead.
And that's because that man swore vengeance on all of us in the moment of his death.
But you're the exact
it
person
was-
we're trying not to get killed. Like,
And he swore vengeance upon me. So if he sees me, I'm the one who he's going to be coming after for.
yes, do you have a father on this one? Because we don't want him there, right?
The one thing I do know that we must try is, I kind of eye Bruno. This guy one given. The element of surprise will fuck shit up. We need that in our lives. So we have that for sure. As for bait, I look at Niles, I believe. I look at Niles. He'll come for no other. We have some of your order here. Will it just be you?
Well, Lucian wasn't incorrect. Many of the men have become weary.
Oh,
Tash
I have an
had
idea.
one of his specialties was bringing up morale in the men. And while I think we were effective, we were not nearly as encouraging
As he's talking, I shuffle through my bag.
as Tash.
All right, I got an idea.
With
I
Tash
take out.
around,
Okay.
any fighting force became an elite force of formidable soldiers. They could withstand any amount of punishment. They would go through hell if it was with that one.
Rogar.
But
Or not Rogar, sorry, Eurus.
what do you
I-
mean?
Sorry. I have a hat of disguise. Do you think we could trick someone into thinking
Oh shit,
that
That's
we
pretty
have Niles?
that's pretty good.
And then
Right
Bruno
there.
could be.
Yeah?
We got a job for you. Get over here.
No.
Yep. Remember
Rogar?
when you killed? No. Remember when you killed Pocket?
Ah,
This is it. This is how.
I
you
feel like I
Nope.
feel like you got to do this to redeem yourself with him.
got to.
Sorry, man.
I believe in you. Oh,
So-
but actually, I'm still holding something in my hand. Take this, and I kind of conceal it as I give it to him.
Sir Rogar, are you sure?
I don't know what he's giving you, but I'm hoping Earth isn't trying to murder you right now.
I'm not. This is helping.
Go sit with this
What
for
do
an
you-
hour and figure out how it works.
What are you giving him?
I'm giving him a small bead, and it is indeed a bead of force.
A bead of force? Okay.
Yep.
And the hat of disguise?
Yes.
And the hat of disguise.
Do I
Right.
eat this?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. That I don't know what happened, but
Now that you mention it, though, very curious.
just give me 1 sec. I have to
But don't eat
read
it.
this.
And he's just...
Right. Well, you could use this to protect yourself if you're in grave danger. You throw it. I think it's going to hurt a little bit, but it'll put you in an invisible field that will protect you.
Well, why don't
So-
we... Well,
Well,
why don't...
what? Well,
d-
what? Remember this. Hey, don't look. The men are looking at you. Don't be cowardly.
And you're just like... and you just hear from behind you, it's like, fellow squire. Yes, I know what you've been through.
Oh my god.
And
He does.
But like, and he looks at Rogar. It's like he kind of has this understanding nod at Rogar. It's like, but your master needs your aid. He believes in you. It's just like
Yeah.
you can do this.
Yes, you can do this.
It's like I
For
can.
Pocket. Yes.
You
For
sure
Pocket.
can. I believe in you.
Her pocket. That was a
I
nice.
also believe that Earth isn't actually trying to kill you.
Nice speech, Sir Urith.
Thank you.
Nice speech, Niles. That's Rogar's was better though. And he just
This
kind
isn't
of
the
like,
time to be
he goes
rude,
on.
man.
I just sorry. It's just like he goes off.
That's all right. We got a plan. Good job, Evelyn. That was some big brains.
I always have big brains.
True. All right. So, team stealth. We stealth it up. Trexit, disguised as Niles. Niles, you and your boys hiding somewhere. Once the fight commences, you get the fuck in
Yeah.
there and you smash this bitch. What?
Are you stealthy?
Me?
No, Niles.
No, but I was thinking, we could use the tree?
Yeah, couldn't we? I was going to say, couldn't we have it so that Ton is like waits for a signal and then just everybody comes flying out of a tree all at once?
Yes.
This is
That way,
Pretty shocking.
that's the only way to do it, because we need him to come in, just for Niles.
all right. Well, just wait. This is
What?
a terrible plan
Why?
because you haven't even. Where's the battlefield? Who are the players?
By a tree. The players are Team Stealth. Sorry, you don't know that. Yurith, Evelyn, Bruno, Team Stealth. All right. Battlefield somewhere in a big open area. Hopefully, there's a tree in the middle.
All right,
all
that's
right.
far too big.
Like,
Who are you?
Near here,
Yeah.
near far over there. Look, I've experienced a lifetime of Wrath God's plans. All right, he always knows what he's going up against, what he doesn't know what he's up against, who's going to be there, who's not going to be there. Right? And I'm not getting a lot of assurance right now.
okay. Tough
But
crowd.
he's never been up against us.
Are we going up against, like, is there a whole bunch of them? Is there going to be like, and then how many was there again?
True, we need that. There's a man and a horse. Anything else?
Well, the only one who's seen him and come back alive is Killick.
Well, yeah, but are all the other paladins that are dead on his side, or?
Well,
We gotta ask. Killing.
when we were retreating before we got to the temple, we were hunted through the jungle. Many of our comrades came up against us to slay us. He and his wrath god, not the man, but the envoys. They came after us. There were also many undead, flying undead that came after us at times. But it's hard to tell how many people are going to be with him at any time. He is an army all by himself. So who he chooses to bring with him is always what's most convenient and most suited for his next combat.
All right. So that's a big maybe. Maybe things, maybe not.
We might have to choose our battlefield carefully.
Do you have any ideas?
He's like thinking.
We need a tree.
No. Well, there are plenty of those in the jungle. Do you need a specific kind of tree? As he looks at Tom.
Big tree.
No. Just big enough. If you could picture a man walking through it, that big.
Yeah, and depending on how many people are actually going home, maybe people on either side of the tree.
This
Big enough for that.
this warrior, he enters melee range, or does he have some ranged that he uses? This we must know.
He is the best up close, but he can adapt to his situation. He has
Perfect.
other things at his disposal.
If he is the best up close, I think an open area suits us best. We don't want trees getting in the way of our shots. Bruno here will be a constant source of worry for him if he has a shot. If this man were to fly above trees, that would be a detriment to us and not him.
How does he do when he can't see?
Again, the man doesn't miss. He might be... You might not... I don't know if this is... This like kind of looks at you, Rogar, is like... I don't know if this is a difference between breeds of Dragonborn, but... His senses were venerably those of a dragon's. His presence is... Sometimes I think he is a dragon in and of itself.
That's unfortunate and terrifying. Because I don't have that. Well,
No,
it took me
you-
training to get that.
You really don't. I'm sorry.
All right.
I feel like this guy's. Why are you being so mean to me, man?
I'm just stating the truth.
I feel like you don't understand how lucky you are that we're even letting you do this.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of dynamics at play here. Do you
Well,
know?
we must discuss them all in order to have the best chance in the battlefield.
Perfect.
I don't think we do.
So what?
Well, I think we must. What do you mean? What does she mean?
Why did you have to say something?
Why did she have to say what?
You say stupid shit all the time, Rogar.
Right. Just relax.
I get the feeling you're keeping something from me.
We're not keeping anything. We're
Nothing. You're just a pain in the ass.
Oh, listen, friend. She is a child, and she's sassy as fuck, and she's gonna keep doing that. So
Make a deception check.
Deception?
Yeah, Evelyn, make a deception check.
10.
10. He kind of steps back a little bit. What have you not told?
About
Nothing that Eurus didn't already talk about in the speech. You don't have to be here. You could go home.
I'm not going home.
Then don't. Just saying. You don't have to be here.
Child, please.
You're really not helping.
Listen, I look.
Did the
at
woman
this
talk
person.
to you?
No.
Why? Listen, you're getting riled up by a child. It's all right. Just focus over here. Alrighty?
The children are often the most honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not this
Not
one.
this one.
We all kind of giggle.
Well, you were honest about your feelings just now. You're frustrated.
She's always frustrated.
What did she
Not
tell
used
you?
to working with people. Do you want to know what she truly said?
No. Damn it.
She said that you're wonderful and you bring hope to people. She just stuff like that. You basically preached how wonderful you are.
Because
I don't know why.
okay.
That's not a lie.
I'm gonna roll.
Why are you like this, Evelyn?
Gosh, she's
I don't
playing a
know.
child. Kind of
I
fits.
know.
Puberty.
She's like, he's just,
I feel like you're too old for this at this point.
you.
13?
He looks at all of you. And he covers his mouth. And he just goes, she asked you to spare me, didn't she?
Not quite.
You don't have to say anymore. You aren't going to. It's like he looks at you, Rogar.
I'm not going to what?
He looks at you, you're
Listen, we thought about it,
I didn't.
but we're giving you the choice, just like the others. It's against our morals. We're fighters like you. We can't force you to do anything. You write your own destiny. You can be sure of that.
He just stops covering his mouth.
It would have been more convenient, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Good.
you're with us.
I am resolved. You've seen it. But resolve isn't enough. Let's get back to planning.
Right.
An open area.
An open area.
As open
Most
as we
importantly,
can
this guy with the bow. Doesn't look that strong, but trust me, those arrows, pinpoint accuracy, very, very important. That's the most important part of the plan. Your men and you, in a tree, beside a tree, will give Ton some order, and all of you will rush through. We're using Drexit as bait. Sorry, Drexit. And that area that I spoke of, a tree in an open area. Do you know of one?
No, but I know who would.
Echo. Right.
Good luck with that. As he like walks away. Just like-
Okay.
He goes back to his
Fair
tent.
All right.
You just see like he has the eyes. It's just like, yeah. And he goes off.
Cool. Let's go talk to Echo.
As you
No.
like even with your passive perception, like you kind of like you say that, you kind of look around for her instinctually, and you see she's staring at you
Well,
with her
She's-
arms crossed against one of the
ready.
walls.
She's ready for us. And then after that, we'll send the people who want to go home. All right. I kind of make eye contact with Echo and just give a friendly wave and start walking
Like you
over.
see, she smiles back. Just,
Okay, I'm over. Echo,
nice speech.
thank you.
It really wasn't as good as Wrath, but you know, it was good.
Mean people in this place.
Tough, definitely tough crowd. That's fine. If you don't mind, if we talk about the practicalities of the next coming days. So,
She kind of like, as she listens to you, like her eyes just kind of wander, and they go to Evelyn.
yes. Now, we need you to come with us. We won't force you. And she did relay information to me. I'm sorry. Listen, we are heroes, all right, and we can't. It's just, I put myself in his shoes. I couldn't.
As she like you see she's like nodding and absorbing it all, and then like you see she hasn't taken her eyes off of Evelyn. Evie, how do you feel?
Listen, I think there's a way that we can do this where everybody's happy. Rogar and Urith here, and everybody else get to kill somebody. Niles gets to take vengeance, but and he stays safe because who better to protect him than all of us, right? And then he'll be safe. We can send him home. He'll have his vengeance. He'll have regathered his pride and what did people, the way people see him. And then you can go and help us. And then look, everybody wins. Everybody's saved. Everybody's healthy and good.
An important part, we will protect him. We have
We will
plans.
protect him.
That don't
She
involve
like puts her
putting him-
hands up. She puts her hand up, and like she kind of goes to Evelyn. And she kind of like goes down to your level again. Like looks you in the eyes, like kind of like furrows her brow. I know you tried. And as she looks to the tent, it's like, I know you're trying to do your best. For what's good. I cannot blame you for that, child. But, really, those are some nice words you've used. I wonder where you learned it. And then she looks up at Yura. It's like,
I told you they teach me things.
many things.
I'm not that great with words. I really did just piss Niles off. Like a lot.
He's...
I-
He'll recover.
He's kind of a piece of work.
Yes.
So, we will
But-
protect Miles. And when we have successfully protected him, hopefully, you will help us. We
Technically,
need
it'd
you.
still be keeping our end of the deal. Send him to port after.
His physical body will be intact, and so will his spirit. This way. We will keep him safe. Is she sleeping?
No, I am not sleeping.
Sorry.
I don't think I can stop him. I was hoping that since you are all similar to his idol, you would be able to convince him that his ways are foolish. That he can get his redemption in other ways. His master can find peace in other ways. That he doesn't have to do it himself. But you have spurred him on instead. But you have done so out of the goodness of your heart. And for that I cannot blame you. But that means that I am also going with you.
You fight?
Yeah, that question, when he said.
What?
Can you fight?
I can fight. But not as well as... It is not my life's purpose to fight. It is my life's purpose to... help.
Well, at least in this you must give understanding to Niles. You, it would be better if you stayed. Just like your perception of Niles. But yeah. Here you are. Very well. Everybody's going to die today. Excellent.
Oh,
That was a joke. No one's dying, hopefully. Can you hide?
That I am good at.
Good. That's what we need. We have ways of obscuring ourselves. We might use some. I'll have to pass through the details. But we have a question for you that your knowledge would be of great use. The battlefield. We know how to get this man, verbatim, to fight us. Simply have Niles. But the battlefield needs to be to our advantage, given your guys' raving of his strength. So we need something in particular. An open area, but in the center of this open area, hopefully there is a medium to large sized tree. One big enough for people to be able to walk through. Do you know of such an area?
An area to fight. Where there is not many trees, but there is one at least that people can come through.
In particular, we want him not to be able to get cover from our friend here. His arrows strike true, and that needs to stay that way. No tree cover. Nothing to hide behind.
Right. I will have to think on this. Do you have... She takes out a map. And she starts looking over it. She sits cross-legged. It's very, very simple compared to yours. It's basically just like a bunch of like drawings that are... You know the map that I had commissioned? It's basically like that. Like, it's not very detailed, but it has like major points. She has like... She's written like symbols. She has symbols instead of any words. Seemingly like...
It is her personal map.
It's her personal map.
I see.
And she's kept it simple, maybe on purpose. Well, give me a second.
I also have this. I'm holding a barrel over my head.
What is that?
It's got 16 quarts of oil in it.
It could go boom.
It also could be like laid out in a line and lit on fire.
What color of dragonborn is he?
I believe he's a red one.
Shit.
I do not know what color he is when he dies. But he was a red dragonborn.
Sorry, don't let me distract you. Keep looking at
Yes, you are very distracting.
Yes, I know that. Mostly my good looks. But
She kind of looks at you. Then she looks back to the map.
I'm gonna get a beer.
And she like, kind of keeps looking and she keeps thinking. It's like, you, skinny one, with the hat.
That could be a few people. Oh, with the hat. Okay, yeah.
I hear you are very capable, and that you wish, and you are guiding your friends through the jungle.
Yeah, I don't mean to brag, but I only got us lost like twice.
It's impressive.
Thank you.
Was this your first time in the jungle?
It was.
Well, I think that maybe speaks to your friend's prowess or your competence that you haven't already been eaten by, well, everything.
I think mostly my competence, but yes, thank you.
Did you run into any blue mist?
Yeah.
So, did any of you meet the blue monkeys?
Maybe.
Did they steal anything? Did they say hello?
They stole stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
Our
stealing,
dignity.
give me some of those rations, Sugar. I'm hungry.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Somehow, inexplicably, I have a perfectly cooked chicken that I handed you part of.
I look at it. I'm like, oh, whatever.
There are a couple of places that might serve as a battlefield for you. The easiest to think of is the Aldani Basin. How many trees are available to you? I do not know.
Just
But
need one.
it is the lake that the Ocean Star River ends in. Around there might be a good place.
Very well.
How far is it from here?
It is also fairly close. This is the other reason why I would recommend. Maybe a day or two's travel. But this is assuming that we are not found before we make it there.
Well,
There is one other place, but I do not know if there are. I think there is probably less of a chance of there being many trees. And I would not recommend going.
the day's travel. Probably not as much of an issue as you might think. Our friend here might be a bit of a multi-tool. He does need to come with us to touch the tree, like a ton.
Mm-hmm.
But we should be able to be there very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, Yoreth is right. I am a big tool, and I'm a multi-tool.
There is also Mumbola. It is a lost village. But I suppose it would be suited to what you're asking.
Is it closer?
It's farther, but it is a small town that was abandoned long ago It is perched upon high cliffs and plateaus. That way, if he were to come at us, he would have nowhere to hide, other than the open sky.
Oh, sorry, it's perched upon a high cliff.
Yes.
Look, a Rogar. I see a drop. Big one.
It depends on where you are standing.
Well, there's a chance for fun, Rogar.
But an evil hides within it.
Oh,
It is why it has been abandoned for so long, even before the Death Fog.
What sort of evil?
An evil woman.
well, that doesn't give us much. But she.
I do
she
not
tried
know
to-
much more about it either, but
Okay.
every time I implore people to go, they refuse.
Very well. Then maybe you've given us a lot of options. How about just that like you spoke of? Unless you think one of them arises above the others as far as the battleground.
I'm not sure. The basin used to be teeming with life. There were many... Well... You would... There is the lobster folk, there is the grung, there is many who call it home, but I do not know how it fares after the death fog.
So you're saying there might be some clearing out to do.
I think the difference is that in Bala, I know there is a great evil within. But it is known to me as... well... probably... isolated. However, I cannot tell you much more about how strong this evil is.
But isolated, isn't it? Might not come after us.
It might not.
Well,
It is something that must be approached. But I know we must get rid of it eventually.
right. Well, Tanya looks sleepy.
Oh.
Sure, we'll go there then. One more question. This man wants vengeance on Niles and also vice versa, but does he know Niles' location via some magic? More pointedly, if we have our friend look like Niles, will this serve as a bait, just as if it was actually Niles?
Well, I spoke to Kirik. He seemed to hound the paladins unerringly.
Sure. Do you think he magically knows the location of the paladins, or do you think he simply sees them and knows them for what they are?
Gonna think about it. I am experienced in the jungle, but I do not know what kind of magic one would use
Very well.
to track people like that.
Do you have... I'll talk to Niall about it. Hopefully there's a one amongst your order that is stealthy. Then. And if our friend doesn't work as bait, well, actually, can I really ask him to do that?
There are not many that are left. The ones who were, the ones that had a high chance of making it back to the port, they've already been sent out. Including Niles' best friend. He went with one of my best.
Well, we'll have to think about it. I look at Earth and friends. We might have to take one of the paladins with us. Hopefully by volunteer. If indeed he knows the location magically and not visually. But that is unknown. And because it's unknown, we can't take the risk, right? So we must bring one with us.
We must be careful. As she kind of takes a look at her map still. She kind of circles where you guys are. It's like Kilik said that the Wrathguard was seen not too far from our location. So if we are to choose a battlefield, we must do it without him finding out.
Fuck, I really wish. Has anybody seen this Wrath God that is magical and has knowledge of the arcane arts here?
None of that.
Fucking shit, alright.
Most of the mages died on the night of the assault. Many more as we were trekking through the jungle trying to get away. They did not keep up.
Then we'll have to ask Kirig. Does he think he was spotted? Or does he think that he was simply known? He might have clues.
You do that. I'll see if there are any other suitable places that we could go.
Perfect.
And don't tell Niles I'm coming with you until it's... Just go.
Very well. I find Kireg.
Kilik is currently talking to a bunch of his Cholton comrades. And then they came from the sky and swooped me out from death's door. And there they are. It's like...
And that's right, and that's only the... You've only seen 10% of my power. Trust me, you don't want to see the rest. It's intimidating. Oh, but we're down to business. We have a plan ahead of us, and you're involved in it. Do you mind if I have a moment in your time, actually? Separated from your friends. Just for a moment, and then you guys can have them back, I promise.
It's like you see a lot of them eye you, and you just kind of look at him. They don't really look at you, and he just looks at them, and he's like, "Let's go."
All right, come over here, just against the wall. It's not like we can really get privacy here, though. Just really quickly, one question for you. All right, this Wrathguard, he knows he's after you guys, the Order, right? Does he know of you through magical means, or does he simply spot you with his sight? Do you feel like he simply knows of your location at all times? Or do you think that sometimes you are spotted and then he attacks you? Which one of these is more true?
You kind of see he kind of goes a little bit pale, and he's just going through the events again in his head, and he shudders. When we were attacked, we were making our way through the jungle. I was guiding them up the river, away from the river, so that we wouldn't get spotted through the densest parts of the jungle. We were spotted by the Guralan. We fought them, we won. And after we won, We couldn't take 2 breaths, and he was already upon us. And then
So
the others were upon us as well. They knocked us out. I hid in the confusion. I did not get a good look. I was too afraid. But I know they didn't kill them all right away.
So, if I'm following your story correctly, it seems that once the commotion of the fight started, that's maybe what gave away your position, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Alright. Thank you. That was very valuable. That is all. You can go back
He just
to your...
kind of like looks at you again. He like takes you like by both shoulders, and he's like tries to give you a hug. Just like,
Oh, alright, buddy, come here. Alright. It's gonna be alright.
thank you for getting me out of there.
I said, no problem. No problem. No problem. We'll get through this, right? We'll get through this.
I don't have to fight again.
You don't have to. You've done enough. Yeah, look to my buddy over there. Kind of point over the crowd. Ton, he'll send you home.
No.
You've done good work here. Oh.
Just no. He'll send me home now.
Oh, pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Yeah.
No, he'll rally you all up, and
We're going
you
home.
guys.
We're going home. It's like as like I like all up on his shoulder like yeah.
Yeah, home. Heroic home. Okay. Go back to the group. Seems like he spots people with his eyeballs, which is much better. But that can't be certain. That's only an educated guess. So. Alright, so we have to... If he spots somebody with his eyeballs, Evelyn, your idea still stands as the strongest. The hat. I like it. So we go to the lake, and if Aku is still here, I'll just kind of eyeball her to make sure she didn't think of something better in the meantime. And once there, we use the hat, we have our bait, and we have the tree ready. That makes sense, everyone?
Yeah.
What's going to be the signal for people to come through the tree?
That's tricky. I have to add a ton. There's 2 ways of doing this. A, you could stay here by a tree in the area. Once my familiar disappears, you cast your spell and you come through with everyone. Or B, you come with us, or you stay with us. You have all the men wait by a tree. You cast the spell, and they just simply walk through. I believe the door is visible on both sides, so the signal will be when the door opens. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, I'll have to go with you because I need.
You have to touch the tree. Right.
Yeah.
So simply, we show them a tree. You touch it and remember it. The signal to go through will be the door. Simple.
How long is the door open for, though?
6
Not
seconds.
long.
So
Well, we will
they have
explain
to
it
be
to all.
really, like, really
They need to
watching.
be on it.
They got to be on it. Oh, but we'll have it. Well, we'll have it make more sense. Okay, listen. My bat. I will keep it with Niall. Once the bat disappears, that means get near the tree. We'll give them 10 minutes to that point, right? Then they'll be at the ready, looking at the tree, and when the door opens, they'll go in.
And the bait, where is it sitting? He's sitting with... Just sitting out in the open?
Yeah, by a tree.
Should Niall talk to Drexit about, like, how to maybe be more baity?
Well, Drexit, you have that bead, all right? Now, when you throw it at the ground,
You look at him. He's like still holding it like this. He hasn't like not let go of it.
He's like,
And he's
fucking
wearing,
fuck.
and he's wearing the hat. He's like, I'm focusing.
Sorry. When you're prone, do you have disadvantage at dexterity saving throws?
You might not. You might not.
I need to know this really, really quickly. Because
like,
he needs to
is
fail
that
the deck
restrained?
save.
Can you fumble?
Usually, saves are imposed, so like you can't unless it says you can choose to fail them. You can't.
You
like,
can't
try
choose.
to fail them.
Yeah. No, it does not. So there's a chance the bubble doesn't work.
Can't somebody just choose to be grappled? Like if Rogar
well,
was to
that's
pick me
because
up
it's
and
a
I wanted him
contest.
to do that.
And contests are opt-in.
Right.
That's
all
why
right.
it works out.
Drags it. Although I'm pissed at you for killing Pocket. I actually don't want you to die. So here's what we do. You.
He's like,
Yes. You will be Niles. You will bait him in. But the second he comes
I
in,
will be Niles.
the second we are doing combat with him and we're fighting him, you will not be Niles because you do not want to be Niles.
I do not want
Right?
to be Niles.
You do not want to be
After we
Niles.
start fighting.
That's right.
I
And
listened.
hopefully, when they come through the tree, Niles will be there. The
And then
attention will
real
then be
Niles
on
will be
Niles.
there.
And look at that, you won't even be dead, and it'll be great.
I won't be dead and it'll be great. I listen to every word.
Right,
I would
but
hope so.
real Niles, we don't
No. So
want
real
him
Niles,
to
we need to.
see real Niles. So it'll just be that no Niles is there. Right? Fake Niles is there as Drexit, and then the guy comes in, and then you take the hat off or whatever, and then there's no Niles.
Right, but we don't want him to leave. So hopefully, if he only cares about killing paladins and doesn't care about the rest of us, I guess we should ask him that. Is he just gonna try to murder us anyways? Because we've disrespected his honor by giving him a thwack. Anyways, real Niles will come through, and at that point, it is our job to protect him. Rogar, you're good at that. Ton, you have polymorph at least. That'll help him a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe some other things you can think of.
So
Yeah, I have a few things. Yeah.
he sits at Drexit sits near the bottom of tree, looking like Niles. Bruno sits
Hides.
in the tree.
Sure, in the tree, hide somewhere.
I sit up in the air.
You know, you'll be seen.
I mean, I'll be seen no matter what. It's me.
I almost want everybody who isn't stealth to be
Not
a tree
here.
ambush. So that makes the most sense.
How big is the area?
I kind of look at a coup. Hopefully pretty big.
We're talking about Imbala.
The lake.
lake.
No,
Yeah,
no,
which
no.
one?
It wasn't Bala because that's one where we probably don't have to fight anything and it's on a precipice. Yeah, that one.
Oh, look it up. She goes and she talks. She looks up at you. She's like, "I've never been there."
Shit. Alrighty. It's. I don't know. No one knows. It's the best hope.
At this point, you hear more armor walking up towards you. This time, lighter in footsteps, a little bit more metered. And you see the woman with the golden braid. In her armor. And she has it, her notes somewhere where I don't put they. Okay. She comes up to you. She sees she's gathered your attention. She salutes to you. You can see on her left hand is a. It's strange. You see she salutes with both hands, but you see on her left hand is a full gauntlet with an eye in the center. And
All right.
you've seen that. That's the symbol of Helm.
Okay.
And on her other one, she just has a bare hand. So, I thank you for giving these poor bastards some hope. You say you're gonna let some of us go home.
Yes.
Is
Any
that-
who wish.
Are you going to be doing that first?
We are. We'll send them home, and then we will trek out to the battle location and inform the rest who wish to fight with us. It's the plan.
Alright. I heard you talking a little bit earlier. Sorry. You said there's not that much time to go through a tree?
That's true. Your powers of perception are strong. We have
Yeah.
like 6 seconds, and anybody who wishes to fight must go through.
I just wanted to, that's why I'm here. We have a lot of injured. And she like kind of looks over and you see there's men like, laid out. You see people, they're already starting to like put sticks together and make like gurneys. We're making ready to move them, but
I see your problem.
Ton, how many trees can you do today?
2? 1?
Now there's some that I can
I think one.
expend some of my magic to get up and ready, but
Can we turn some of them into clouds?
what?
We could turn people into clouds so they can fly. But
They
that's a little
move
bit...
pretty fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But there are some who've, well, they can't walk.
Yeah, but they could fly.
Right.
Now I've seen...
And some of them have many diseases. They can't fucking help themselves.
I kind of take out something in my hand. So I could have these. I'm assuming you've tried. And there's a good berry in my hand.
Right.
It's have the power of magical healing, but not enough. Is that to be assumed?
No, right. I can heal wounds and I can sew up guts, but I can't grow legs on people. Yeah.
That's a problem.
And I can heal some diseases, but I can't. Not if you fucking roll in mud and drink some dirt.
Aye.
It's a little beyond, so.
Well, we
So-
don't have much. We got
So
this
there-
guy.
There are 2 people who can't walk, and 3 of them are, well, stupid and have lots and lots of diseases.
Leave them here.
No. We're not.
Well, I
going
mean,
to
actually... Alright, well, we could try to heal them. But really the only person who can do that is this guy, because he can do everything that we can't do, because all of us, we just fucking kill things. So thank you, Tom, for being here. Seriously.
You're welcome.
Seriously, yes. Very
Thank you.
good.
for being.
He can try to heal them, but if he can't, we should leave them here. And we're gonna just come back. Once we come back, Ton will be refreshed, and we can send them through the tree slowly on, our backs or whatever. Either way, we will make sure everyone's safe. I promise that.
Right. I'm just worried that as we try to send them through, somebody's going to trip on their face, eat another bug, and get sick again.
That
was quite the image.
Yeah, probably.
That's a valid worry. We'll explain to everyone. We got 6 seconds. Go through quickly without trampling each other. But if you miss this boat, there'll be another. But you'll have to wait.
Good. Okay. Alright, I'll let them know.
Cool.
You can...
And that will be today. We'll have the first ship leaving. So, have everybody ready with their stuff. It's time to go home.
Urith,
Yes.
speaking of the clouds and not knowing how big the lake is, could a couple of us that can go pretty fast go check the lake area out?
Well, I think the decision was between the lake and, I keep forgetting the name, but some precipice with some evil that is inside something and hopefully won't be disturbed. I think we're picking the precipice. But still your question stands.
Yeah.
Still your question stands. I think we simply all fly on the cloud. I believe the plan is to have not sneakies here by the tree. No, we need Ton. Do we need Ton? Not really. I think the plan is to have just Team Sneak fly on the cloud. And Drexit.
We do need to have
But you need
Ton.
But you need
Ton
Ton to
needs
touch the tree.
No, we need Ton to touch the tree. That is right. So we bring Ton. Actually, Ton, do you want to be the bait? That would make everything work a lot better. Ton's gone.
He's taken a leak.
Where did Ton go?
I think he's hitting on that chick over there.
Ton!
Ton!
Ton, she's way out of your league.
Look, I appreciate it. It's just look, now's not the time. I'm kind of trying to focus on.
Well, Drexit, maybe your shift will be covered. We'll see. We'll have to ask Ton. But yes, Evelyn, flying there. Clouds, making sense.
Ooh.
Well, and ahead of time. I don't mean fly there to stay there. I mean, if we wanted to scope it out today, some of us can go pretty fucking fast, get there and back, and then give you an idea of how big it is, or how much space there is, or how big the trees are. Ton could come now and touch the tree, and then he wouldn't have to be there tomorrow.
Sure, he could come touch a tree and fly back.
He's not as fast, though.
Can you point out on the map, Dioku, where is this precipice?
Do the paladins have mounts? Like, could we? Because I mean, we're going to have to be getting a lot of people through this thing. The more, the better. And if people can move fast on mounts, it would make it easier. Do you know what I mean?
So you guys.
Do we see any?
You guys are right here. I think. Here.
Okay. That's a precipice. Okay.
And then
Mobala.
the lake is here.
Okay.
Because with double dash, like,
We'll get
that's a
that
fart.
today for sure. So you're right.
Move so
we can
fast.
we can have Ton go with us. He can go back. Same day. Ton can even take a nap. Replenish his strength. And we can commence the plan at first light. Cool beans.
Are there any mounts around?
There's one.
One horse. Yeah.
There's the horse behind the tent.
Why the fuck is there a horse here? That still makes no sense. All right, Ton, do you want to bring all the people, save them? Rogar, do you want to tell everybody our fucking plan and get them all hyped? I'm gonna go take a pee and maybe a shit because it's been brewing for a while.
Can you windwalk again today, Ton? And do the tree?
Not both.
Well,
There's a-
definitely the tree today. Maybe the windwalk tomorrow.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right, everybody.
Those are-
Anybody going home, come with me. Have your cash in hand, ready to go.
Wait, what?
Nah, I'm joking.
Nobody's paying. He's lying.
By the way, yes, I was hitting on that lady over there. First of all, I was trying to show her my collection of rare mushrooms. Second of all, I was sweating profusely the entire time.
You gotta be careful with that mushroom.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my god. And she's like you see like her, like she has fair skin, so like you see her just kind of like go red just like for like a couple seconds and just, all right, we're taking the injured first.
Huh?
All right.
Do you it's like she looks at Rogar as, do you think you could pick this guy up? As she like kind of like walks you over.
To an obese man. Sorry.
And then you see like a sucking 7-foot dude, like who probably weighs about 200, 300 pounds. But his leg has been torn clean off, and you see he's got bandages.
Yeah, I got it. I'll be right back. There's somebody coming to my door, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Rogar got it though.
Okay. I'll say Rogar picked it.
But also Rogar needs to come back. Can't be a one-way ticket through that tree.
He's gonna have to yeet him. There's.
He'll have enough movement to get through and back.
Okay.
As long as he doesn't have to fucking go against the tide, because it's gotta be a small doorway.
Because he's already gonna have half movement for carrying the guy, right?
Dash.
You're gonna have to pick that big tree in Port Naranzaru, because that was a big tree, big enough for the wyvern.
I was thinking about the one a couple miles out of town, but that one is fine too.
Yeah, we just need to pick a big tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one out of town was also big. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we need to find a big tree here because we need the biggest doors possible for them to.
I mean, even a medium-sized tree, as long as everyone can fit in it, like they can come in from both sides. So Rogar can go in one side carrying somebody, drop them, go in the other side where nobody is on the other.
Well, because they only have to that's
transport.
correct. Because they only have to. There's not a door. It's just a tree.
And Eldrani
Yeah,
can
you just go through the
sideways.
tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they could come in at all directions, so we should be fine.
We don't care about Eldrani. That's the matter.
Hell no. Wait, who?
The wyvern?
Rogar's wyvern's name is Aldriani, yeah.
I thought you said Johnny.
This is only for saving right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we
So
do
we
need.
know
You're
that
right.
We do need a
need
big tree.
That's right. We definitely do.
Or she.
Yes. Or
Just
Aldrina could maybe
medium-sized, though.
squeeze, but we'll figure that out.
Mm-hmm. Do we know how many people are taking the easy way out?
You see people are getting ready, and you're just calling the people who are not gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
You see a good. Let's see. Yeah. You see there's about 9 paladin. Who are ready and able. And they are seemingly, yeah. 9. Yeah, like 11 of them. 11 of them are going home. And then another 7 are injured and are getting sent. Including the woman who talked to you. She's also going with them. 19. So 19 of them are going.
Okay.
And they get ready and they start to go towards the stone wall. And Rogar's carrying the big man who has no legs. Or no leg, singular. And they kind of... Niles comes out from the tent. Alright. This is happening.
It is. We will send the ones who want to go home and the wounded. And then we will be ready for battle. So. We have a plan. We'll inform you after these guys are gone.
Alright. I suppose it's my duty to see them off then. And
Would be good.
You see he starts to walk towards the far wall. And she's trying to look for the mechanism that opens it. Eku walks over and she kind of takes him by the shoulder. No. I don't think you should leave yet. What do you mean? These men... It's my duty to see that they're brought to safety. But you don't need to do... You don't need to go there now. Dee will handle it. He kind of just brushes her off for a second. Don't worry. I'll be back. The nearest tree is only maybe a few dozen meters away.
We'll protect him. Just in case. Come on, boys. Don't worry, Coop. We'll keep your boyfriend, Niles, safe. It's gonna be alright.
Come on, let's go. Just kind of,
Let's do it.
She's like, well, fuck you.
just,
Fuck.
like she finds like he finds the stone button that goes.
Okay.
As for the first time, like you see, he stops as the door opens. He's hesitant. He looks back. All right. You, your friends, in the front.
Let's go.
Me and you and you and you. We're gonna take up the rear. Everybody else in the center.
Mm.
And it's just, and yeah, you guys start to leave the temple.
I'll take my beta force back for now.
Okay. It goes with you. Everybody, all the sentinels go out, and you go through the temple one more time. Let me see one more time where that is.
Are we giving the Hat of Disguise to someone else too, or is he keeping the Hat of Disguise?
No, he doesn't. He was never gonna have it. Drexit is maybe gonna have it.
That's what I mean. Is Drexit gonna keep the Hat of Disguise?
Yeah, that or probably Drexit. I think.
You guys once again go
I
through
totally fucked up dinner.
the winding hallways. They kind of like curve slightly to the right, then the left. Mirroring the belly of a snake, you see the candle, like not candle, the magically lit torches on the walls flicker. Not so bright, but enough that each room is lit, each entire hall is lit. And you exit the large snake mouth that is the entrance of hidden within the cave. You look outside, so again 100 feet between you and the cave wall, or the cave entrance. And the entrance is covered with dangling vines and bugs. Keep walking. And outside, you see the jungle. Like, it's, once again, the humidity, the hot, humid air hits you once more. The scent of the jungle, with it. In the temple, you actually felt a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more calm. But as you exited the room, as you exit into the jungle once, the weariness of travel almost hits you immediately. It's been a long day, but you see the sun just starting to lower into the horizon as you look outside the cave. Alright. Many of the trees out there are suitable for just sending people through. And you cast a spell.
Need it.
So I make sure everyone gets into place, kind of arranged around the tree so that they can run in as quickly as possible, and I start casting my spell.
Alright. Would you like to describe how the spell takes effect?
Yeah, so hang on, let me take a look here. I'm getting inspiration from you.
Okay.
No components. Alright. So I'm just I dig in my bag, remember that I don't need anything in my bag, and start just kind of pulling little spores from around the air and just like putting them right in front of me. And then I put all the balls of spores in my hand and just like poof, splash it and throw it at the tree. And then the tree, not a lot of changes there, but it does like have a shimmering glow to it. And I yell, "Okay, everybody throw right now, holy shit."
Go! It's like, as you see the mass of spores hit the tree, and then you see like this massive fungal growth kind of like cover the base of it in an instant, and then you see like they kind of creep into the sides of the door, of the tree, making a doorway, and you can kind of like see this shimmering portal of energy. And as Manal yells go, you see everybody starts rushing through. They have their packs ready. Almost all of the Chultans go through as well. Actually, I forgot to mention that. But all save but maybe like 3 of the Chultans go through.
Makes sense.
All the paladins go through first, the healthy ones, and then you see like rushing, like carrying one of the. Actually, she's carrying 2 of the injured people on her shoulders. You see the blonde-haired woman like run through the portal, and Rogar, you kind of like help the guy with one leg on over to the end of the portal. You think there's not gonna be enough time left. You're the only ones left. You just kind of like push him through, and he's just like, oh! It's like, and you just see him enter the portal and silent.
Well,
All right.
what tree did you pick?
And he's just there, sitting there thinking. He's like, "Oh."
Wait, that's on the wrong continent, huh? That'd
Well,
be kind of funny.
gods be damned. You actually did it.
You did. So, you can rest easy. They're all safe.
Let's get back inside.
Yes. Quickly, as I look up.
Make a perception check.
Ask. Okay, sure. At least 14.
14.
Attack.
Yeah. You motherfucker. Okay. No, the jungle seems relatively quiet. Peaceful.
Okay. Summon my bat.
Okay.
Just, keep close, but stroll around here, buddy, won't you?
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll go back inside.
Okay. You'll note that the disgruntled man who confronted you also went home with you.
Oh! What a bitch.
Good, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he had pretty eyes, though.
He did. All right. You guys go back inside. You then again note the bodies the undead bodies that you've seen, chopped up in one of the rooms near the entrance. You go back right towards to the room with the music puzzle, and he's like, right. Apatati tatata. And he gets it on the first try, thankfully. It's just like,
Did you guys make that, or?
no, it was strange, actually. Aku just knew it.
Aku did. I kind of look at the snake. I got some questions for her.
We did it
Good
too at
about it.
first, but honestly, I'd forgotten up until now.
Good to know. Aku is what race?
Human.
Okay. Going.
As you guys go back inside, there, and you have some 40-odd paladins still with you, and a handful
Okay.
of Cheltons.
Okay. So I gather the sentinels. Alright, what do you guys think? We send Team Sneak by a cloud. Team Sneak. Now we need Ton to come with us for the tree.
Team Sneak plus Ton, but Ton would be willing to be the bait if necessary.
Drags it. There you go.
Strikes it, hands you the hat of disguise.
He's like, yeah. All right.
Put that in your inventory, Brent.
No, I put it on my head or my normal hat, thus rendering it useless currently.
Put it in your inventory, Brent.
Fine.
That unfortunately just means you, Rogar. But you can inspire the men. You are now the de facto leader. Well, you got to probably fight Niles for that, but
Yeah, I don't really want to be their leader, but sure.
that's your job. Okay, so we take Ton. When my bat disappears from your shoulder, Rogar, that means go to that tree we were just at, alright?
Okay.
And that means wait there. In the next 10 minutes or so, the door... Was there any effect once the spell took place? Visual effect?
What do you mean?
Which
So
one?
he cast the spell. Was there a visual effect when the door was open and able to be walked through?
Yes.
Okay. Once you see the door open, walk through, run through, run through. Time to fucking kill some shit.
Again, we gotta find a tree that's big enough for Aldrani, right?
Was that tree that we just touched big enough for Aldrani?
No.
Was there any tree in the area big enough?
You gather that it wouldn't be too hard to find one, but it wasn't the one that you used.
Okay, so we'd have to take Rogar to go see that tree so he knows what one. Well, we'll go find a tree. Hopefully we're trying to find a tree in the other spot.
Mm-hmm.
I believe our plan is ready. Right,
Yeah.
I think it's time to go. Rogar, you tell them what the plan is? What?
I have one more question. Should I be with Bruno, like doing similarly to Bruno, or should I be down protecting Niles?
I mean, you don't have the range that I have, so
I don't have the range that you have, but I have some range.
not six. Well, I don't know how far I'm gonna be shooting, but
Is
I'm
the
pretty
cloud
squishy.
Is the cloud being popped?
The plan, hopefully, we travel via cloud to get there. Team Sneak hides all of us, all three. Once he comes within melee range of Ton, good luck, Footy. Then we all fire, surprising him.
I had like a random thought, but if you want to do it that way, then sure.
What's your thought?
I just don't know if he would survive. Like, he is strong, so he probably can withstand it, but I could tripping attack him and try and get him off and fall.
Oh, and he can
But
fall.
again, he's strong.
He's strong.
So maybe, oh, no, yeah. I'll just do it anyways. Do it the normal way.
I think that's the best.
Yeah, so in melee.
Yeah,
All right.
Also, I'll attempt to like goad him, so then he has a harder time to hit
Popping
him.
the smoke
Good
cloud.
idea. Oh, we pop in the smoke. It would protect Niles.
After all the arrows, maybe?
Definitely after the arrows. But the problem is, we can't polymorph. I look at Ton. If there's smoke. I have to play that one by ear, to be honest.
Wait, is this happening today?
No. We're gonna travel there today. Sleep tonight. And in the morning is when it happens.
Ah. Okay, good.
On couldn't cast Mist Wind
We
Walk
have.
right now.
As he like takes
No.
he takes
Oh, can't. Okay.
stock of like who's left. It's like more than I thought there'd be.
Hell yeah. Hopefully, each one of these men has the ability to smite. That sounds pretty fantabulous. Thinking about it now.
Well, one of the only men that could still do it.
Left,
Yeah.
of course.
We call them paladins, but those who are true are, well,
Yeah, you can't all be paladins.
rare.
So,
Makes sense.
I mean,
He-
we didn't really decide where I was gonna be.
You're just going to be hiding somewhere
Just hide from a distance.
around our bait, which is Ton. And then once he comes within striking range, now I only have this thingy as I kind of hold up my dinky little hand graza. I know, Bruno. Job. Anyways, so I only have this thing, so hopefully when he's in that range, yo.
I mean, honestly, I've seen it so much I could probably touch it now. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. I touched it though.
Excellent development. That's what we need. All right, so fucking nap time. I'm famished. Get
Wait.
me some chicken. What?
Why wasn't Aku with us? She didn't. Woman! It's like she's fucking stows over, and you see she's like already kind of like waiting, like shit-eating grin on her face, and then she's just, and you see they start to argue. It's just.
It goes both ways, buddy. We didn't send you home either.
We're gonna go over there. You can work this out.
Yeah. Like you see they're walking.
Yeah, it's time for me.
Arguing in front of the tent, and then the horse is just like looking at them concerned, and then looked away.
We should have sent that
It's time
horse
to
home.
sleep.
What the fuck was the point of the horse? Whatever.
We should sleep.
I guess he can ride through like a noble fucking. Yeah. All right, sleepy time. Can I sleep and eat chicken at the same time?
No.
Why not?
Rogar's tried.
Because it'd be warm, wouldn't it? I could like cuddle. I could cuddle, eat it. I could be like, and like cuddle it like a teddy bear, and then sleep while I'm eating
I think-
chicken.
I
You'll
think
be
you need to
covered
go
in chicken
home after
grease.
this for a bit.
What? No.
Said I think you need to go home for a little bit after this
I'm
adventure.
Fine.
Okay, so
If you
What?
to get rid actual question, this is we're gonna sleep for the rest of the night. We're bunkering down for the rest of tomorrow, right? Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna
on
cast Good Berry 3 times.
Mm.
Give us all a berry, so that's 5, and then I'm gonna give 10 to some people. Just in case. I'll give one to Niles and Neku, I guess.
Makes sense. Just making sure, Ton, you definitely know that if you use a spell greater, you don't have any spell slots equal to or greater than what it is to cast Windwalk, right? It's called?
Say that again?
You don't have any spell slots equal to or greater than the spell it takes
Correct.
to cast Windwalk. Okay.
Yeah.
And you
So
don't
that's-
have the short rest get a backy spell thing anymore?
What?
You can get... Can't you? Am I tripping, or is that not druids?
I vaguely recall something like that,
I thought so too.
but I remember also thinking that wizards were special because they were basically the only ones who can do that.
I could be tripping.
Yeah. I know clerics got the ability to do it.
Now?
No, I don't know. I think you can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's just say I can, though.
True.
Fun.
Yeah.
Homebrew.
All right. Good berries.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Dregs. All of us 5 get 1. Drexa gets 1.
Okay.
Eku gets 1, and Niles gets 1.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give 7 to 7 random people. 'Cause I don't know who they are. I'm like, here we go. Save this for when we fight. It will. If someone goes down, give it to them. Massage the throat. Like so. Get them to swallow. They'll get back up, but they'll need more than just this to be okay. But it'll save them.
And every single time he physical examples massage the throat. So you just
Yeah,
do
I-
this, and he like
And then-
touches their throat. Yeah.
Yeah, if someone's not paying attention, like someone like you tell him how it works. Then
Okay. Alright. Sounds like
It's chicken cuddling time.
it's chicken cuddling time. The Sentinels of Light have brought the light back into the Order of the Gauntlet size. You have successfully encouraged Niles, persuaded Eku, and saved the lives of at least a dozen men and women. I would say not a shabby end. But tomorrow, the fateful encounter with the commander of the gauntlet, the legend himself, Ash Rathgar.
Damn.
We'll see how that goes next time.
On Dragon Ball D&D.
Dragon Ball T.
Will we benefit
Alright.
from a short rest?
You could.
A long rest, I mean?
Do a long rest. We'll find out.
So no, guys.
We close
Nope.
that door, right?
Yeah, the door closes by itself.
Okay, good.
I wondered if maybe he would show up, not on our terms.
Maybe.
Oh, good. I have 0 spell slots.
But non-ramp is important.
Actually, same, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, great.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. That was great.
Yee.
A lot of roleplay, and you guys did good. There's a lot of talking, but
A
hopefully
lot of planning.
a lot of planning, and hopefully it all comes
A
to
lot of
fruition.
sass.
Yeah, there was a lot of sass.
Sorry.
Yes, sass.
No,
On
it's
both
good.
sides.
Heavy is sass.
That was just sassy.
Yeah, on both sides, you're right.
Also, she's
Great
13.
speech.
She's definitely
You
not
kinda
too
fucked it
old
up,
for
though.
it.
Okay. Anybody there? Thanks for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks with this one next week, right? For
Next week. Yep.
Yeah. For Temporal Reckoning. We're in some fucking floaty island place. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
true.
We
I know where we are.
Yeah, I know where we're at.
What
the hell?
What the hell?
What the
We've
fuck?
been there
Find
for a
out next
while.
time.
Oh, we're at your home? Oh, no.
knows?
Are we? Are we?
I don't know.
What the
Who's
stream? What the fuck?
Caleb, come on.
We're going to
Spoilers.
bye.
Yeah, I got